Dark racism, 2019. It's not just black and white. Dark racism is combining in-groups through linguistics and economics. It's the understanding that economic oppression due to race is real oppression, and linguistics or slurs only further perpetuate and justify that oppression. I have linked the original Dark Racism post. The following is how we have to reconstruct racism between black and whites in America to be mutually beneficial in the new millennium. It's important to know sociologically that race doesn't exist. It's socially constructed. The difference in the skin comes because black people have more melanin. Hating somebody for black skin is just as arbitrary as hating someone for their eye color. A good example of this is Jane Elliott's colorblind experiment. If you hate another race, you just show your ignorance. In Malcolm Gladwell's Blink, he takes the test about black and white faces and he tests positive for bias against blacks, but he's not white. Malcolm is Hawaiian. The experiment in the book Blink shows everyone is inherently a little racist against black people. The question is, what are we to do about it? Institutionalized racism. Black people do have it worse off. The cards are not stacked in their favor. There is the percentage of black people in the population, 11%, and the disproportionate population in prison, which is 50% in America. Black people have to deal with DWB, driving while black. Then we have the real problem of institutionalized racism, where blacks are less likely to get a loan. They are likely to experience job discrimination, housing discrimination, and racial profiling in their lifetime. Everyone knows about the Black Lives Matter movement against police violence against blacks. Due to America never giving proper reparations and institutionalized racism, blacks are still disproportionately poor. Affirmative action helps to correct this, but it still doesn't go far enough. The statistics to make it to adulthood are so bad that a high percentage of blacks don't make it past 25. 25 is the magic number in criminal justice. If you don't have a criminal record by the time you're 25, you're likely never to have one. Same goes with surviving. Listen to We Don't Care by Kanye West to understand a black perspective. Behavioral poverty. I can understand why black people get so offended by the word nigga if it was used against them negatively as a derogatory slur, especially due to modern socioeconomic conditions. What I don't get is why they perpetuate a self-detrimental economic ideology when economics is the real problem with racism. If you have $1 million as a black man and I call you a nigger, it's way less effective than if you're impoverished. The black community often reflects behavioral poverty. Ask anybody who was rich and most will tell you it's through financial discipline. Meanwhile, all these black rappers wear chains and flash cash when they should be emulating the opposite to their community. Whose fault? Is this a self-inflicted, self-deprecating affliction of control? Basically, it's the double meaning of the word nigga. Black people thinking they control so little in a white man's world that what they can control is how white people address them, or rather how they can't address them. I honestly don't think the word nigga is about race, rather understandably about control or power in an otherwise white-centric world. In this respect, racism is a mental cage with an in-group morality where whites are not invited into black people's world. This creates contempt and resentment that results in different races, like black and whites, fighting amongst each other. This harboring of discontent is deliberate and purposeful by wealthier interests in America to keep us from focusing on classism, which is the real problem in America and why institutionalized racism exists. Are you in the in-group? If black people could, they should stop saying the word nigga altogether, but that's never going to happen. The good part is the meaning of words changed. Like many other words, nigga no longer means the same thing. Punk used to mean burnt corn, and linked is a list of words that changed from positive to negative and vice versa. I think the fact that white people can't say or shouldn't say the word nigga is more racist than the use of the word now. It creates an in-group morality that excludes people based on race. The word nigga is positive for blacks but negative for whites. Only white people can say nigga, but it's also nationalistic because white-looking rapper Fat Joe can say it. My favorite is when black people don't think they can be racist. They're just like everyone else that makes arbitrary distinctions, and black people not only differentiate skin tone, but also a difference between nigga and nigger. Nigga is more friendly, whereas nigger is more vindictive. The historical relevance to nigger is prominent in black people's minds as a racial slur, whereas nigga is traditionally used for endearment. The solution. The solution I have found to fixing the in-group, out-group morality of the word nigga is for white people to say it to each other as a term of endearment. White people need to say nigga amongst their white in-group or white friends as the word meant friend. This could be done by white people relentlessly calling their white friends nigga. This would dissolve the word nigga as a negative racial slur if it came to be known as friend, and would make it inclusionary instead of exclusionary. Black and white people would no longer use it in a derogatory sense because it would counteract the intent if it was used pejoratively. If you like how the word nigga divides black and white people, by all means hate me for what I'm trying to do here, but if you want to help bridge the divide, understand what I'm saying, and help to transform how everyone sees the word, then I would seriously consider a societal effort to change the meaning of the word nigga. I hope you found this interesting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, all right?